Yar! Welcome aboard the Cringe. Good morning, everybody. We're getting ready to start the daily chores for May 28th. And I am your captain, Joey, Joey. And let's start off with Isabella this morning. See what she has to tell us. Hopefully I got that date right. And as usual, I do this in the morning while I'm drinking my coffee. So, we'll see how that works. Alright. Thinking about upgrading my microphone today. See what I got in there. Alright. Go put some extra wood away. Yep. So yes, I have coffee in hand. So I'm going to start my digital chores before I start my real ones. Put in storage. And I'm going to put that in storage too. I want to check something real quick. Yesterday I had a little bit of a delay. Yeah, I think I'm going to pull those up. Move to pockets. I'm going to take these and, oh, there we go. Put that in storage. And move those over there. Yeah, there we go. All right. So we're going to get started this morning looking for logs, twigs, whatever you guys call it. And I'll check the mailbox. See what... Okay. That's kind of creepy, Nate. Yeah. I hope everybody had a good morning, or I'm sorry, a good day yesterday. I got out and worked with my local veterans organization yesterday. That was pretty fun. One thing I do realize is I am not mechanically inclined compared to everybody else. We had to move a shed. We're going to use that for bike nights. It's pretty neat. But there are a lot of talented people that have a lot of experience in that organization. And all the energy that some of our members have, man, it's amazing. It's nice to see a lot of these old-time veterans giving back to others, trying to make the organization a better place. I can't remember if I did this, so bear with me. There we go. My coffee number 2, so it should be a little better than I was yesterday. Yesterday was a little rough. Yeah, so what I figured out is I need to remove the headphones. I always start the headphone, like the stream or the video recording. I always start it with a headphone in. And then I change it, take it out, so that way I could talk more normal. Yeah. Birdcage. Why do I need a birdcage? Thought it was going to be something fancy. All right. All right, so I got the DIY. So part 1 off my list. Go check my gyroid. See what that is. All right. Look at all these logs. Lots of them today. I can't argue. I haven't been here in a while. Well, 24 hours, but... That's why I like to plant flowers in between my trees. Because it's quite helpful. That way the logs don't fall. Nice. First one. Didn't have to go too far to look for that one. Alright. Not much going on today. I'm going to go visit my son. Hang out with him for a little bit today. Ah, cool. Hey, don't have to go looking for my tree either. Let's see, and make sure I have some cash. Yep, so let's do this. 10. 10. 10. There we go. For those that don't know, I always try to bury 30,000. Because at worst, you're going to get your 30,000 back, and at best, you're going to get 90,000. That's what I typically do. Oh, cool. Alright, let's do that today. Let's go here. Right here. And bury in hole. And I always dig this up. I like to put it in a certain area in my property. Alright, let's see what kind I got today. Ooh, I got black lilies, a boomoid. I think I already have those. Let's see. That's a first. What? Oh. Yeah, what my boomoid is. Place. Oh, I have one of those. I just got to figure out where he's at. I thought I did. Yeah, I thought I had a boomoid. Well, let's put him down. Let's see. Trying to look real quick and make sure. That's a creepy looking one. Yep, right there. Right here. Thought I had one. Put him right there. Put that away. I want to hit them. Oh, yeah, so I have two of those. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, apparently the coffee isn't working today. And we'll rotate. There we go. Alright. So I got a black tulip. Awesome. It's a new flower I don't have. Alright, we'll put that back. Do a quick scan. Make sure I didn't overlook. I gotta be honest. I'm not very observant in the morning. So... I try not to forget stuff. My goal is to try to get these things done in 20 minutes or 30 minutes. Doesn't always work. Alright. Here's a... yeah, let's see. The infamous olive flounder. Alright, let's go check the back. And that's Creepy Nate. He's the one that left my postcard dipped in gravy. Creepy. Yeah. Now let me go pop in here just in case. I haven't checked the miles program, so we don't know if I have extra visitors. Ooh, somebody's not feeling good. Okay, Dottie, I'll get you some medicine. back and get Dottie some medicine. So let me check these and I'll head back to the house. Awesome. See what's going on over here. I always try to do the 3 villagers in the morning. It's pretty standard. Yeah, make yourself at home. Wonder if she's watching my stream. New reality show. Yeah, with creepy animals that talk. Yeah, it's all good. I gotta go get Dottie some medicine. Try not to forget that. There we go. Sure. Alright. Let's go get Dottie some medicine. Oh, might as well get that while I'm here. Saves me time. Should be number 2 if I did that correct. Yep. So I am using a laptop for my gaming rig. It's not really a gaming rig, it's a recording rig, technically. Let's go get some medicine. And I bought a mini computer to kind of upgrade, but I think I'm going to upgrade that a little bit further. It had a Ryzen 7, and I might want to go to an Intel. Grab one. That's what I want to do, and then I'll put that in storage. There we go. It has a better, I might upgrade to a better graphics card, because I tried to download DaVinci Resolve, and for those that don't know, that is just an editing software that's free, but it is pretty high powered for a free version. And I'm running off my current computer, I'm running an i5. So, oh, I think it's back here. And so it was just a little bit too much for it. So I think the 7 will be fine, but if I'm going to spend the money, I might as well just spend it and, you know, just go and take care of it. Here's some medicine. Yeah, she's hooked me up before with medicine, so I try to... Dottie's one of my favorite. I want to say she was my first one, villager. That's why I think it's either that or Fauna. The one who calls everybody dearie. So I always try to take care of the ones that are original. Alright, so that's done. Now we can go look for weeds and the rest of that stuff. Let's see, I got a twig. Alright, let's go over here. I always try to check behind. Alright, there we go. Yeah, so I might as well, you know, try to upgrade to a better graphics card. Like, and I'm not saying it's necessarily better. I'm just looking for something that's a little bit more supported. You're not leaving my island, Fauna. That's who it was. Fauna's the one who... Sure. Alright. I don't want to stay there forever, lady. Alright. Yeah, welcome to my place. Look at the creepy, Got it. I don't want to buy anything. Oh, good. I'm glad you like your wooden chair. Woo! I'm leaving. Yeah, I'm leaving. I got chores, lady. You're bothering me. I got chores. Yes, I have time to play a game. I always guess he's wrong because I don't really want their clothes. A market auctioneer's cap. I don't know what that is. Cool. 8. Yeah. Higher. What the heck? Yes. All right. Have fun. Bye. Yes, I'm leaving. Ah, man, she still gave me something. uh, okay, let's get back to the island cleanup. All right, since I'm here, I might as well look around the island, or look around her house. Yeah. Here we go. Okay, let's look there. I don't see anything there. Let's look there. Yep. So yeah, yesterday I put in like 8 hours. Roughly 8 hours. I don't think it was exactly 8 hours. But between both days, I put in almost 10 or 15 hours, so it was a little overwhelming. That's okay. Alright, so I got that. I think that's number 3. Oh, that might be number 4. That'll be good. I don't have to... Okay, I wonder... I got a bendoid, so I already have bendoids. That I do know, because they're my favorite. I just don't know what kind, so let's see if that's a bendoid that I already have. Ooh, I think I have that color, but... Alright. And I don't do CJ stuff. I don't know. That doesn't really appeal to me. Alright, so I got 2 of the weeds, so I don't really need to do that part. Oh, I got another one. That might be my last one. Good. Glad I came back and looked. Yeah, I got all 4. I want to make sure I have that bendoid, though. And I'll give that away. I'll go do the stamp rally. Oh. It's a green bendoid, and I think I already have that one. I might not, actually. I didn't know you could have that many different colors. I might actually have that. Are you kidding me? That's a new color. I'll move that one, move that one. I'll put these over here. Place, place, place. Are you kidding me? Chicken nuggets. Okay, now I'm going to move it forward. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Alright. So apparently this is a new color bendoid. So I'm going to keep that one. Yep. So apparently there's 5 different flavors of these things. Alright, and I already have all of those. I still haven't found... Did I find the rock already? I don't know if I found the rock. I may have found the rock already. I know I dug the tree. Grab that while I'm here. Oh. Grab that. Wiggle, wiggle. Nope. Alright. Nice. Nice. And I got the bottle. So I think the only thing I'm missing is the rock. Oh, that might be the quickest time I've ever done this. I do not like the seasonal crafts, but, you know, to each his own. I'll go do the stamp rally, get my fossils looked at. Wake up, Blavy. I like his Argyle shirt, though, or sweater. That's pretty cool. Good, good, good. Okay. Woohoo. So, let's do... SS fossils. Yeah, what would you like me to look at? You're creepy. Ooh, good. Trying to get this thing done, man. So I named my island Zootopia because my son likes Zootopia. So, I don't know. Let's hope that's done. Good. Let's hear it. Since you like to talk. Well, I can't argue. This is a YouTube channel that's talking behind a video game, so apparently that's the same thing. Alright. Nope. Fine. See what I need to do today. Okay. Selling items, catch bugs, chop wood, complete DIY. Don't worry, I'm going to come back and wake you up in like 2 minutes when I'm done with the stamp rally. It's the creepy bear that likes to dip postcards in food. So, just so you know that was my letter this morning. Alright, so they're not here. We're going to go up here. Check in the back. Check back here. So there's nothing, so they all got to be in that first one. Got it, so they're not back here. So they're all in the butterfly area. Alright, we'll go back. Yep. Okay, they're not in the dragonfly. Oh, there's my first one. Coconut Corner. Okay, Shady Path and Giant Tree. Got it. There's one. Shady Path. I like that he's wearing his Viking outfit. And the tree. Spooky spider. You guys ever saw Megamind? The spider. Good. All the bugs are gone. Let's go get this dinosaur thing done. So I'm thinking when the Switch 2 is here, I might actually start a new island on my Switch 2. I'll still continue with this one. but I may create another grouping for the new island. And so I still haven't had a 5-star island, so that's what I'm trying to get. So I think I'm going to keep this island on the original Switch. So I'll probably do 2 Animal Crossings and then the treasure tracker. All right, there's that. There's that. Job. Yeah. Why does it keep on reminding me about that stuff? Cenozoic. Let's see where that is. Is it up here? I don't think so. I think it's on the next one. Let's just double check. Yeah, better be safe. Yeah, so I think I might do that. So there'll be 2 Animal Crossing ones. There'll be a start over, you know, Switch 2. And I'll label it as Switch 2 so that way we're aware. Are you guys, if you are interested in seeing that videos, or those videos. And for me, mostly, this stuff is more of a stress relief than anything else. So, you know, getting likes and stuff is not that important. But if you would like to, that's awesome. If not, that's cool too. You know, all right. So I think those are all done. Time to skedaddle. Time to go to the bugs. Oh. My son likes me to print out a lot of pictures on Wednesdays. It's his favorite thing to do. He likes movies. Oh, you know what I forgot to do yesterday? I forgot to finish and go back to Reds. Yeah. Please ignore the train in the background. I have no control over that. I could edit it out, but, you know. Why not? It helps the economy. Okay, so the Deep in the Abyss. So I think they're in the other room. Yeah, normally I'd be upset about that, but I'm not worried about it. And there's no reason to get upset about having a train go by. At least for me. It's the Deep, and the Abyss is the other one. Oh. Apparently I can't walk. And that's the Abyss. Actually, I like those big giant Alaskan crabs. To me, they remind me of snow crabs, but I only put 1 in there, so I'm just wondering why we have 2. That's kind of cool, though. I like the Nautilus, too. Those are cool creatures. I think we're done. Time to get out of the museum. Do, 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 do. Yep. All right. Yeah, so I'm kind of torn, going back to the discussion about what kind of computer. So an i7 or a Ryzen 7 should be pretty good. It should be enough. 32 gigs of RAM in there, but I'm just not sure the graphics processor can handle. Not that it, you know, I'm doing hardcore stuff, but I want it to be future-proof a little bit. Something that's going to last a little bit more than 5 years. You know, 32 gigs of RAM should be pretty decent, because the laptop I'm using has 16 gigs, and it's still holding up pretty good. It has half a terabyte for the storage, but the new one, the one that I have already, has a terabyte and has 32 gigs of RAM. So the only thing I'm thinking about doing is improving the graphics and improving the processor, so I might take it back. So the new computer is still unopened, so I can still take it back. I bought it on Saturday, but I can take it back. Alright, so is that it? Alright. So they still have one with a terabyte. It has a Ryzen 9 instead of a 7. And then it has an upgraded graphics card. And I think that's what I'm going to do today. I have... Are you kidding me? Fossil bug. Fish. Okay, we're good. Yeah, so I think I'm going to take it back and get that. I think it's an increase of about $400. But I think that way I'll be a little bit future-proof. I don't know. They always, as soon as you buy computers, they're always outdated. They used to frustrate me about owning a Mac, because they would come out in August and September with a new one, and you just buy one. So I stopped. And I also think Macs are way overpriced. They've been that way for years. There are things I like about Macs. They're simple, right? They're for the average Joe Blow that is not a techie. And that's why I bought it, I gotta be honest. They just work. Ooh, that's a good size fish. At least it looked that way. You know, they just work. There's no... You don't have to do a lot to it. They typically work, and plug and play stuff is really good with them. So that's kind of why I like Macs, but they're just way overpriced. Now, I understand they upgraded their processing power, and I don't have a problem with the company at all. I just think they're overpriced. You know, they have a reputation. I'm not going to step on that reputation, because that reputation they've earned. You know, and I've owned Macs, so I don't have an issue with them at all. I've owned 4, actually. I need to make a fishing pole. It's way overpriced. You know, that computer that I just bought, the one that has the Ryzen 7, and it has 32 gigabytes of RAM, would almost be a $2,000 computer. For a Mac, right? And a lot of the pieces, they're not reinventing it because they create those pieces, right? So it's, you know, it's still the same size processor, it still fits in the same box, so they don't need to reinvent it. It just seems a little unnecessary to have it that high. And don't get me wrong, I like the company, I really do, and I'm not trying to fault them at all. They've earned that reputation, so it just, you know, for the average user, they're just starting to get way out of price. And like I said, I've owned many. I've had many iMacs. There we go. But, you know, the system that I just bought is $500 for 32 gigabytes of RAM and a Ryzen 7 processor. And Ryzen's just as good as Intel, you know. both of those companies are really good, and they have reliability. Now, people might debate me, and that's fine. I'm not, but for the average user, it's going to be fine. There's not going to be much you need to worry about. And I've been using a AMD and our Radiant graphics, but it's about it's going on like 3 years. 3 years old now. So I'm just trying, if I buy the next one, I want it to be a little bit more not recession proof, but age proof, if I can help it. There we go. There we go. And like I said, I have nothing against any other company, and I've used their computers, and I can use them interchangeably without any issues. So to me, it's not a big stretch to go from Mac to Microsoft. Just where you go to access stuff is different. That's really about it. I mean, obviously the architecture might be a little different, but for the average user, we're not digging through a computer like that. We're just going to look for files and that kind of stuff. And I would consider myself an average user. I built PCs in the past, but I still consider myself an average user because I don't build them all the time. And it's been years since I've built one. And I was never great at it. I have buddies of mine that can do that stuff in a heartbeat. That was never my speed. So. But, like I said, for the average user, that kind of stuff is going to be negligible. So my philosophy on buying computers, you buy the highest RAM you can get, because RAM's going to make a difference on how your system operates and grabs things and moves quickly. Your processor, so I always try to buy as much processor and as much RAM as I can get. And when I say buy much processor, try to get the newest one that you can afford that has the highest capabilities. And then as much RAM as you can afford. And today I wouldn't go under, so this is 2025. Today I wouldn't buy a computer without 16 gigs as a minimum, just personally. Whether that be a Mac or whether that be Microsoft, I wouldn't buy one without 16 gigs. At a bare minimum. So that's why 32 gigs. So the computer, wow, that was a voice crack. So the system that I have in my possession that I'm thinking about upgrading to take it and upgrade the processor is I can go out to 96 cores of GPU on that one. So it is a little future proof. And I think if I upgrade the RAM, it might actually be better. Anyways, that's me. Try to buy the best processor I can get, and then I try to buy as much RAM as I can get that I can afford. And I'm not afraid of putting RAM in myself. As long as I have the right tools, I'm not afraid of putting RAM in. RAM is your random access memory. So, I'm not afraid of doing that. I've done it before. So those are the things processors I don't like to mess with because I don't like having to reapply that paste, the cooling paste, that, the heatsink paste. I'm not a fan of that. That's the only part about PCs that I don't like doing. So, I already have that one. So, but upgrading RAM and upgrading hard drives, all that stuff is kind of basic. at least in my experience level, it's kind of basic. Put 22. Actually, clear. Back. Put 23. Back. About 32, because I always try to keep 20 grand on me in this game. There we go. Confirm. Ooh. I'm almost there. Probably got a couple more days. Sign off. Okay. So I try to get the extra mileage boost. That's why I come see it. And I think Isabel's going to come yell at me. Anyway, so that's my thinking. So the i7, or the Ryzen 7 that I have in that computer, I think I want to go to the 9. And I want to get a different graphics set. I don't mind the onboard graphics because I'm using a Radeon now in my PC. But I just want to kind of take it a step further. Oh. Okay, she's going to yell at me for having too many trees. Too bad, Isabel. Or Butterpup if you listen to Austin John Plays. Alright, hasta la vista. I'm good for now. Peace out, yo. So it's really not that difficult to upgrade and start streaming your videos on YouTube. I don't use my personal Google account to stream, but I created an account, a YouTube channel, so I created a different account. Ooh, nice table. I like that table, but probably going to be pricey. Imperial Dining. Ooh, yikes. No, I'm going to pass. Alright. I like the cart, but I'm not going to buy that kind of stuff. Asta! Peace out. Oh, wait. I got to sell stuff. I don't know what I'm thinking. Apparently I'm not. So the coffee, I don't think it matters how much coffee I have. I think it's just the operator error. Yeah, this is kind of funny. All right. Now, I don't know. Timmy and Tommy, between those two, I like to say that Tommy gives me more money. I don't know if that's true or not. I feel that way. There's that. I'll keep that one. I'll keep that too. I think I already have one of those. That. Nice. Let's see what. It's going to be over 10 grand. Yep. That fish typically gets me 8 or 9 or 10. Your higher end fish give you more. All right, and I got 5 times 150. Woohoo! Sweet. Oh, now I get to talk to 3 people. Thanks. I wish that would count if you could talk to like Timmy and Tommy and Nook and Isabel. You know, I wish that would count. I'm gonna talk to the horse. What's up, Winnie? I don't care if I'm looking as perf as ever. Awesome. Bye. All right. Oh, let's go talk to him. He counts as 3. What's up, Chops? His hair is kind of creepy. All right, there we go. There's 2. Let's go talk to, I want my cloth. My different pattern. Wow, it's actually getting kind of long, so. What's up, Mabel? Good. Asta. Ooh, Mohawk. Alright. I don't want to make... Oh. I think she likes me. Sweet. Okay, got it. I hope. There we go. Alright, peace. Oh, I don't want to snot. I think those are... Oh, those aren't pirate boots. Alright, time to go hang my plaques on my wall of... my I love me wall. There we go. So I think I'm going to do these. So this is 28. Yeah, so we have 3 more days of the stamp rally. And I think I'm going to do it just to kind of see how much wall I can take up in this. All right. Oh, might as well start here. So I'm going to do, I got the whole back wall complete. So now I'm going to fill up where I'm looking now. I'm going to fill those up. So let's do, oh, ish. A wall. Yep. Hang on, wall. Hang on, wall. Good. All right. Now time to edit these things. Yeah, that's not what I want to do. Bam. Yeah. So I didn't get all of the... Until I started playing Happy Homemaker or whatever, the DLC. That's when I started noticing you could customize the wall mounts and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to customize an extra one on the left. I'm going to do an extra row, and then I'm going to put 2 rows on the other side. So it looks overwhelming when you walk in there, kind of annoying. So that's my intent. And let's see what else I can put in here. Yeah, I'll put that away. Put storage, 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 storage. I'll throw that in storage. Go there. All right. Well, let's see if I've got extra stuff in there I can sell. I like the ship in the bottle. I'm not pulling that out yet. I'm going to wait till I have the whole pirate outfit. So I always try to keep at least 10 of the fruit in case I chop down all the trees. And I try to keep 1 sapling of each. And carrots. So I try to keep the produce and stuff like that. I try to keep it. Tailor's ticket. I'm not going to use that Tailor's ticket. Let's be honest. So I could probably sell some of this extra wood, but I'll do that in a later date. I'll keep it. And all right, so I think I'm going to leave it here for today. And if I do any crafting of the island or sculpting the island, I will definitely let you know, and I'll post another video on it. So as far as that goes today, thank you for watching. Appreciate the streams and the likes, or on the subs and the likes. And if you feel free, please go ahead and like. Doesn't hurt you at all. I might show up in your feed though. But other than that, you guys have a good day. Bye.